Hello, I am Marcelo Enriquez de Brito. My goal with this video on data analysis is to list some challenges and to develop some thoughts related to decision making, considering also that both uncertainty and unpredictable events may affect the way to treat data, analyze information, formulate recommendation, select an alternative, take a decision, and implement actions. Regardless of relying on human ability or using artificial intelligence. The figure shows a sequence of gathered data becoming processed information to subsequently be boiled down to useful knowledge in order to enable sound decision making. A series of decisions during a lifetime develop into conscious and unconscious experiences, subjective insights, and personal values, which may be understood as acquired wisdom during a lifetime. Therefore, data may be gathered and treated in such a way that the result becomes more elaborate and subjective, the more the result may be classified as being closer to the right hand side of the figure. This video is basically concerned about challenges of data transformed into information, which refers to the left hand side of the figure. The figure shows a suggestion of 6 components of big data, which is a very large collection of data available to be analyzed with all the complexity. Volume. Volume refers to quantity and specifically to the huge amount of data. The size of the data set is usually enormous. Variety. Variety refers to the format or structure of the data stemming from a source. There might be substantial changes on how data is delivered. Veracity. Veracity refers to the quality of the content, whether all data or parts thereof are reliable, accurate, consistent, and updated, for example. Velocity. Velocity refers to the continuous and massive data flow, either made available to be processed or the data flow is generated from a huge amount of accumulated data. Variability. Variability refers to how often and in which way stored data is basically expected to change with time. Last but not least, value. Value refers to the expectation to ongoingly be able to extract meaningful and useful insights. The figure now includes the term uncertainty and unpredictability. Both situations add complexity to big data analysis. Uncertainty relates to future events that may be estimated in advance with corresponding assigned percentages indicating likelihood or probability. It is usually feasible to classify uncertain events into 3 broad categories: probable, possible or remote, according to the probability assigned or measured to a likelihood of an occurrence being higher, probable, or lower, remote. Unpredictability encompasses events that may not be previously forecasted and hence leads to other positive, beneficial, or negative adverse surprises. Uncertain events may be construed to lie in a stage between certainty, this means deterministic or certain events, and unpredictability, this means unforeseeable or unpredictable events. Nevertheless, the awareness with acceptance that the future is often not certain or predictable is one of the main challenges to bear in mind when applying data analysis techniques in order to formulate recommendations, select an alternative, take a decision, and implement actions, regardless of relying on human ability or using artificial intelligence, as I did mention at the beginning of this video. The list shows several challenges which can be useful in sparking a debate. Each challenge deserves to be discussed thoroughly. Unfortunately, this is not possible now. There are indeed other challenges that may be detected or formulated, shedding light to the fact that data analysis is not restricted to just applying certain techniques using computers. The challenge listed at the end of the list, challenge 10, misuse and mismanagement of artificial intelligence to deal with data. This challenge must be assessed carefully too, notably when AI is in charge of managing an IoT network, Internet of Things network. Mismanagement refers to act with negligence, imprudence, or malpractice, such as when there is an unexpected lack of control, while misuse implies a willful act when there is awareness and intention to act in a reprehensible way. It is necessary to properly use intelligence, understanding that intelligence, either human or non biological, is related to joining skill together with willingness in order to learn, adapt, and apply information and knowledge in order to accomplish goals. Artificial intelligence, meaning non-biological intelligence, may indeed trigger cooperation, collaboration between individuals and groups, leading to useful and beneficial results using objective, rational behavior with fair, impartial judgment. However, the development of algorithms that improve through experience must consider the so-called alignment problem. Once artificial intelligence may either acquire biases from machine learning or disobey whoever made the algorithm. Self-correcting mechanism may not be effective to curb inappropriate, unethical, and even oppressive AI initiatives, leading to skewness to do something to reject novelties, or to other unfavorable actions, and especially surveillance with threats to individuality, values, and privacy. Special care is required to prevent misuse and mismanagement of artificial intelligence to handle big data. We must indeed be constantly humble, especially when working out big data to attempt to predict future events or to infer possible occurrences, either alone or with the aid of artificial intelligence. The undeniable fact that the future might be unknown has inspired great poets and authors. The day before his death, the famous Portuguese poet Fernando Pessoa, raised in South Africa, speaking English, wrote in English his last sentence: I know not what tomorrow will bring. End quote. A similar sentence by Fernando Pessoa is in his outstanding piece of work, The Book of Disquiet, Livro do Desassossego, in which he stated, quote, I always lived in the present. The future, I don't know. The past, I no longer have. The former weighs me down as the possibility of everything. The latter with the reality of nothingness. Although the future might be unknown, the Brazilian author Clarice Lispector, born in Ukraine, raised in Brazil, wrote in her book Água Viva, quote, the invention of today is my only way to usher in the future. Hopefully, this brief video is useful and trigger relevant thoughts. Thank you very, very much for your attention and interest. Goodbye.